Hi, Professor Faris. I'm Ziyan, and I will be presenting comparative studies of different construction standard form of contract. Next. Introduction. The standard form is a text that has been accepted by all the parties and has been printed and published by a credible industry association. The basic form lays out the terms and conditions for the parties' arrangements to be carried out. These terms or conditions are final and cannot be changed. They are typically suitable for a wide variety of conventional projects or works. Next. Now I will talk about the Certificate of Practical Completion. In PWD Form 203A, clauses 39.4, it is the Certificate of Practical Completion. This clause, the SO will issue the certificate and contractor carried out the remedial work within reasonable period to the satisfaction of the SO. Next is FIDIC rate book. In clause 10.1, it is the taking over certificate. The certificate oftenly issued by the engineer. The contractor notice to engineer not earlier than 14 days before the works will and engineer will issue or reject within 28 days. Next is the PAM contract 2018, clause 15.2. It is the certificate of practical completion. The certificate often issued by the architect. If the contractor written notice to the architect within 14 days. Next. Next is the certificate of non-competition. In PWD Form 203A, clauses 40.1 and 40.2, the government entitled to recover from the contractor liquidated and ascertained damages. The SO will issue the certificate. The SO may deduct such liquidated and ascertained damage from any money due or to become due to the contractor. Second is FIDIC rate book 1999. Clauses 8.7. The contractor need to pay delay damages to the employer for this default, and the certificate is issued by engineer. Delay damages should be the only damage due from the contractor. Next, PM Contract 2018, clauses 22.1. The contractor should pay or allow to the employer a sum calculated the rate stated in the appendix. The certificate is issued by the architect. Liquidated damage by the employer should not be taken into account by the architect. Next. Now is extension of time. In PWD Form 203A, clauses 43.1, contractor should forthwith give written notice to the SO. Relevant information with supporting documents enabling the said officer to form an opinion as to the cause and calculation of the length of delay. Second is FIDIC Rate Book 1999, clauses 8.4. The contractor should give notice to the engineer. Engineer should review previous determination and may increase but should not decrease the total extension of time. Third is PAM Contract 2018. In clause 23.1, contractor should give written notice to the architect. The written notice should be a condition precedent to an entitlement of extension of time and within 28 days of the end of the cause of delay. Next. Now, defects liability period, DLP. In PWD Form 203A, clauses 48.1, the schedule of defects is specified by the SO, which he should deliver to the contractor not later than 14 days after the expiration of the defects liability period. The contractor should make good the defect not later than 3 months after the receipt of the said schedule provided. Second, FIDIC Red Book 1999, clauses 11.1. Schedule of defects is specified by the engineer on or before the expiry date of the defects notification period for the works or section. The contractor should complete any work that is outstanding on the date stated in a taking over certificate. Third is PAM Contract 2018. In the clause 15.4, schedule of defects is specified by the architect which he should deliver to the contractor not later than 14 days after the expiration of defects liability period. The contractor should make good the defect specified within 28 days after receipt of the schedule of defect. Next is Certificate of Making Good Defects, CMGD. In PWD Form 203A, clauses 48.4, the SO should issue the performance certificate to the contractor. The date specified in such certificate should be the date on which the contractor has made good such defect. Secondly, FIDIC Red Book 1999. In the clause 11.9, the engineer should issue the performance certificate to the contractor. The engineer should issue the performance certificate within 28 days after the latest of the expiry dates of the defects notification periods. Third is the PAM Contract 2018. In the clause 15.6, the architect should issue a certificate of making good defects. The date of making good defects should be the date of receipt of the contractor's return notice. Next. Now I will be talking about the advantages of the standard form. The first advantage of using the standard form is it reduces the cost of contracting by eliminating the need for custom contracts for individual tenders. Second, there is a substantial cost reduction in case of new engineering contracts, wherein standardized clauses are combined to create suitable contracts for different employers. The third advantage is it eliminates the scopes of negotiation, and thus it also speeds up the bidding process. The next advantage is the contract continuity implies that there is less space for deviation from the contract's term. It prohibits employers from making changes to the contract without telling their customers. The last advantage is over time standard type contracts provide a body of case law to which parties may refer in the event of a dispute on any topic. This is an advantage just to the whole industry. Next. Now is the disadvantages of the using standard form. First is price fixing. A standard contract should leave the price up to the parties for negotiation. Although it may not ask for a more favorable price immediately, we should ask for a provision to renegotiate the price at a later date. Sometimes trade associations are found to be guilty of price fixing when they issue a standardized contract for all members vendors to follow. Whenever prices are standardized, it amounts to price fixing. Second is favoring one party. When someone tells you that it is a standard contract, ask him whose standard contract it is. Although the word standard sounds as if a group of attorneys formulated the contract after discussing and agreeing upon the terms and language to be used, it's never that way. Most of the times, the company issuing the contract does the standardization. Third, it is the language problem. The law often depends upon the language used in the contract. Every word in the contract has a specific meaning attached to it. Even though some words may sound right, be aware that an innocuous-looking change in terminology can alter your legal position. Next. Okay. This is my presentation of this is my presentation. Thank you.